If we learned anything about the UFC in 2025, it's that the UFC is going into a new era. It is a completely different era. This isn't about one bad performance or one bad matchup. This is about a bunch of fighters hitting the end of their prime around the same exact time. A lot of these guys rose during the time you guys became fans during the pandemic era. But here's the thing about the pandemic era: circumstances were crazy. People were flying halfway across the world. And those guys deserve respect for what they did in that era. But that era was 5 years ago, guys. That's a long time ago. And that's no fault of these fighters themselves. It isn't. Once you hit your mid 30s in the UFC, that's when you start to age out. A lot of these guys, they reach the top in their early 30s, late 20s, and that's just the nature of the business. The young eat the old. And a lot of you guys are going to get mad at me because these are your favorite fighters, but the facts are the facts. You guys are going to say crafty vet this, crafty vet that. Guys, look what just happened to Triple C. Payton Talbott literally put a life-altering beating on him. Look what happened to Pantoja against Van. His body failed on him. You know what I'm saying? You could talk about Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman's like 1-4 in his last 5, guys. I don't care how close the Hamzat fight was. I don't. These guys are aging out. Look what just happened to Leon Edwards. The 170 division itself is in a completely different place than it was a year or two ago. And that's not just 170. That's all these divisions, except for the upper weight classes. But who cares? They all suck, right? I'm sorry. I like the old generation as much as the next guy, but facts are facts. This new generation, they're bigger and they're better and they're faster and they're more athletic. Look at guys like Michael Morales. He doesn't even have to be the best technically because he is a super athlete and huge for the weight class. Tatsuro Taira just kind of made Brendan Moreno look easy. Joshua Van, say what you want about the Pantoja fight, but the guy was improving drastically in between fights for a guy who hadn't even been training like a decade yet. It's kind of crazy. You have Ian Gary. Ian Gary's improving rapidly throughout his fights, whether you like his style or not. Guys, this is something that cannot be ignored. The new generation is better than the old generation, and that's always the way it was. The same way when GSP himself compared himself to Kamaru and said the new generation is better than the old, the same applies going on through the future. Don't get mad at me, guys. I'm not saying that the crafty vets can't come through here and there. I'm just saying the margin of error, it's different now. These younger fighters are improving at a rate that the older fighters cannot keep up with. I mean, I guess you have a guy like Kamaru Usman, like I said before, but Joaquin Buckley ain't elite, and Kamaru Usman's like 1-4 in his last 5 or something like that. Let's be honest, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Am I bugging, or are we in a new generation? Are we about to see new faces as UFC champions, new faces in the UFC top 5 of almost every single division? Maybe not heavyweight, but like I said, they suck. Let me know. Comment down below and subscribe for more UFC content, especially during this 6-week break, guys.